Hey y'all, Eric here. It's about 10:30 at night, maybe 10:40, and something's wrong with my throat because every time I start talking, it gets dry. Apologies. So, I was watching YouTube tonight, going through the videos showed up, and I was watching a video, came across a video. Let me rewind it a little bit to get the title.
We are from India. All of my friends.
That posted 3 hours ago on a channel called Really American that has garnered 64,000 views in the last 3 hours, and the title of this video is Trump Blindsides Military with Disturbing New Order. So I clicked on it, and then I found the article that was the subject of this video on military.com. And so here it is. New Army shaving policy will allow soldiers with skin condition that affects mostly black men to be kicked out. Before I pull this up so that you can see the words for yourself, I'll read it again. New Army shaving policy will allow soldiers with skin condition that affects mostly black men to be kicked out. Yes. Now, for a bit of context, this isn't yet again another policy being instituted by Herr General Donald Trump, a directive given to his secretary, Pete Hegseth, who is the Secretary of the Defense, to roll this out. And the context of this is, first, during his confirmation hearings, his words were used against him, what he did on Fox News, saying, "Women in combat does not help our military." Then he got confirmed and said, trans people need to be kicked out of the military, and the Supreme Court decision in May of this year said the trans ban can continue. And now, it's now about what Trump was talking about was stupid DEI. And again, I'll reread it. Now he's coming for the black people in the military, particularly black men. New Army shaving policy will allow soldiers with skin condition that affects most black men to be kicked out. And here it is. Again, military.com. And here it is, and I'll show you that this was done. Today is June 28th, and this was published yesterday on the 27th. And here it is. The Army is preparing to roll out a new policy that could lead to soldiers diagnosed with a chronic skin condition that causes painful razor bumps and scarring to be kicked out of the service, an issue that disproportionately affects black men. The new guidance, expected to take effect in the coming weeks, would bar permanent shaving waivers and require medical personnel to craft formal treatment plans for affected troops, according to multiple service officials and internal documents reviewed by military.com. And as always, I will put the link in the description so you can read the entire article and then send it to other people. And that YouTube video that I saw that showed me the article, I'll put that in the descriptions as well too. So yes, most shaving waivers are for soldiers diagnosed with pseudofolliculitis barbae, or PFB, a condition in which hairs curl back into the skin after shaving and cause irritation. The Pentagon may cover the laser treatment, but that can cost thousands of dollars per soldier. Depending on the number of sessions required, it's unclear how many soldiers would require the procedure. The American Osteopathic College of Dermatology estimates that up to 60% of black men, not just in the military, but of all black men, are affected by the condition. Laser treatments can cause scarring and changes in skin pigmentation. Now, for me, in my 20s and in my 30s, I did have some irritation because I was using cheap razors and all of that. But then when I started moisturizing my skin and everything, most of them would be right, and I had to change the shaving thing, the blades, and all of that. And so, but some of my cousins who were trying to grow a beard, the same thing happened. And even some of my black co-workers, I could see them the same thing, irritation and things like that. And even if you shave, it can also irritate your skin and scar your skin. And so in the military, particularly with most people, not just white people, but other people who have beards and everything, regardless of whether it's medical or religion, there is a waiver for them to not have to shave. They would have to keep it trimmed, but they wouldn't have to shave. Well, as of yesterday, in a news press conference, President Trump, and as I said, heir of President Trump, is going now to this to shut this waiver down. So let's go back. Of course, this is racially motivated. One senior non-commissioned officer familiar with the plans told military.com on the condition of anonymity to avoid retaliation, there's no tactical reason you can look professional with facial hair. In fact, it is sports, but look at the sports leagues, particularly baseball. And I can tell you, when I lived in Kansas City, and particularly with the football team, the Kansas City Chiefs, when everybody was growing a beard, if they were some of the most popular sports figures and they started growing beards, every male started to grow a beard. Particularly Travis Kelce, when he was growing a beard, everybody started growing a beard. On the Kansas City Royals, 3 of the outfield guys who are no longer on the Royals, but even at that time, when they won the World Series and during the parade, and after that they started growing beards and everything, then everybody in Kansas City who was a male started growing beards. So of course, just like this person who was interviewed, if you're a swimmer, they would tell you to shave all of your hair because the hair, anything on your skin, would slow you down because wet hair is heavy. So swimmers shave themselves. With the military, there is no reason for it to not be unprofessional. However, in the interest of transparency, as far as the military is concerned, you are supposed to be clean shaven. But of course, there are exceptions. Now, what I'm waiting on is either Pete Hegseth or Donald Trump will say the next waiver that will go away will be based on religion. Particularly Sikh Muslims who are in the Sikh religion have to have turbans and beards. I believe some Orthodox Jews and some Orthodox Muslims also have to grow beards. Even on the Protestant side, Orthodox Christians, beards. Mormons, beards. And so we'll see if that happens. But right now, it's about the beards. And it disproportionately affects African American men. And just like this person said, tell me why it's not racial. Tell me how it's not racial. So I wasn't surprised, but it did catch me off guard. The video caught me off guard. In the interest of truth, it caught me off guard. Now, my father was in the Army. My brother and sister-in-law were in the Air Force. In fact, my sister-in-law has just retired. My brother is no longer active duty, but he does work for the VA. Other family have been in all branches of the military. And this is what they're trying to do with the military. You're not giving them a raise, but you're telling people that, sorry, all of your pay is going to go to laser treatment, and we don't care as long as your skin is clean. And when I say clean, I mean no hair, because there will be scarring that they cannot get away from it. So I just wanted to jump on and talk about this. You know, it's a distraction tactic about the bombing of Iran's nuclear facilities, a distraction because the beautiful big bill may be dead, because some Republican senators have said that they are going to vote no, but not enough. Within the last 2 hours, Senator Tom Tillis from my state, North Carolina, has decided that he's going to vote no. In the state of Missouri, Josh Hawley said that this bill is going to hurt Americans, yet he is going to vote yes, even though he disagrees with the bill. It's Josh Hawley. I can't. I'm not going to allow Josh Hawley to hijack this video. So like I said, I will put the link in the description. I will link the video from Real Americans into the description as well. Please like this video, share this video with anyone who needs to see this. And this is what the administration is focusing on: shaving. Not the economy, not the price of gas, because Exxon, I mean, I'll say it from my perspective, Exxon is gouging prices, and we don't even get our gasoline from the Middle East. Only about 3% of our oil comes from the Middle East. And then if he kept saying during the election cycle before the election that drill, baby, drill. Where is it? Why is gas prices above $3? It's not about the holiday. If it's really about the working people, then why are we talking about shaving and not the pricing? And people lost money in the stock exchange because of what he did on Friday. But you can Google that. But yeah, I'm going to end this video, as I always do now, on intentionally. Elections have consequences. Hashtag 2026 midterm elections. See you on the next one.